All right, sports fans, how's everybody out there doing? William Martin coming at you one more time here on YouTube with another edition of the 300 Pounds of Sports Knowledge Podcast. It is that time of the week, folks, my weekly picks in the world of the National Football League. Got things started on the right foot on Thursday night as I picked the Dallas Cowboys to win at home over the Seattle Seahawks. However, I did not foresee the offensive explosion that we got as Dallas was able to hold serve 41-35. But with that said, we've got some good games on tap for tomorrow, some very important games on tap for tomorrow, as well as the Monday night affair. And with that said, here are my picks for week number 13 in this NFL season. They got an AFC South showdown as you got the 6-5 Indianapolis Colts traveling to Nashville to take on the 4-7 Titans. And for the Colts, they are an enigma because you never know what you're going to get from this team. Most importantly, you never know what you're going to get from this quarterback. But I'm looking at this Colts defense, and will they be able to make life tough for Titans rookie quarterback Will Levis? Now, the key to doing that, you got to slow down this Titans running game with veteran running back Derrick Henry and make the Titans one dimensional. I think defensively the Colts can get it done, and I think Gardner Minshew will do just enough as Indianapolis gets the 24-16 road win. Now in Foxborough, you got the 2-9 New England Patriots hosting the 4-7 Los Angeles Chargers, and of course, if you're the Chargers, you've been very underwhelming so far this season. But, you know, 5 years ago, we would not have said this. But right now, the get well elixir for a lot of teams around the NFL is to play the New England Patriots. So many issues for the Patriots on offense, especially at the quarterback position. Bill Belichick, the Patriots head coach, is keeping it tight to his vest as far as who is going to be his starting quarterback tomorrow. Will it be Bailey Zappi or will it be Mac Jones? But I'll tell you like this. I don't think that Mac Jones can be the starter for the Patriots right now. He's shell shocked. You got the Boston media and the Boston fans that are not thrilled with him. And if he has another stinker at home tomorrow, the Boo Birds will definitely be out early at Gillette. The Chargers, like I said, they've been very underwhelming this season. They do come into this contest favored by 5.5. And I do believe that the Lightning Bolts will hold serve on the road. And I'm going to take the Chargers by the score of 24-17. Now, down in the Superdome in New Orleans, you got the 5-6 New Orleans Saints hosting the 8-3 Detroit Lions. And for the Lions, they're looking to get back on track after their home loss on Thanksgiving Day to the Green Bay Packers. While for the Saints, they're much better than their record. But to quote former NFL head coach Bill Parcells, you are what you are. Excuse me, a lot of inconsistencies from the Saints offense so far this season. More importantly, inconsistencies with quarterback Derek Carr. And honestly, if you followed his career, that's what you get. With that said, for the Lions, I expect them to get back to their identity. They hadn't done that in the last couple of games, first against the Bears and then against the Packers. Their identity is being physical at the line of scrimmage on both sides of the football and establishing things with their ground attack. I think Detroit comes out hungry, and I think they get the 24-20 win tomorrow. Now at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, you got the 5-6 Atlanta Falcons set to get it on with the 4-7 New York Jets. Of course, all of the buzz in the New York area this week is about the possible return of starting quarterback Aaron Rodgers as he did return to practice. But the Jets are still going with Tim Boyle under center for this game. A lot of hot garbage. That's the best way to describe the Jets offense for the bulk of this season. The Falcons have not been that much better, but the Jets are a little bit worse. And because of that, I'm going to take Atlanta tomorrow by the score of 20-13. Now in the Steel City, you're going to have the 7-4 Pittsburgh Steelers hosting the 2-10 Arizona Cardinals. This Cardinals team has looked a lot better since the return of Kyler Murray to quarterback, but he's going to have his hands full going up against the Steelers defense. I know that Pittsburgh is banged up on the defensive side of the ball, but they still know how to get after people. And it starts up front with the likes of veteran Cam Hayward and TJ Watt. The Steelers offense looked a lot different last week, now that Matt Canada has been relieved of his duties. And I think Pittsburgh is going to continue to play off of that, especially against a bad Cardinals team. The Cardinals will put up a fight. They've done that throughout this season, but I'm picking Pittsburgh at home by the score of 27-20. Now you're going to have the 4-8 Washington Commanders hosting the 8-3 Miami Dolphins. Now, Washington comes into this contest as 9-point underdogs. We've seen the Dolphins feast this season on bad teams. And of course, things have gone from bad to worse, rather, for the Commanders. We saw them fire defensive coordinator Jack Del Rio following their loss on Thanksgiving Day to Dallas. And now they've got to deal with arguably another, well, not arguably, but one of the most explosive offenses in the NFL, in the version of Miami. Can they slow down these dangerous Dolphins wide receivers? And I'm talking about Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle. Absolutely not. And I think Miami will double up on the Commanders tomorrow by the score of 34-17. A big time showdown with playoff implications in Houston is you're going to have the 6-5 Texans hosting the 6-5 Denver Broncos. And a month or so ago, we wouldn't have said that because Denver was struggling. Houston was getting their footing. And now you look at this Houston team, they believe in their rookie quarterback in CJ Stroud. And this team has bought into what rookie head coach D'Amico Ryans is selling. For Sean Payton and the Broncos, it started off slow, but this team has bought into what he's selling. He scaled it back a lot for veteran quarterback Russell Wilson. And most importantly, this Broncos defense is flying around the football. They're playing a lot better, and they don't look like the team that gave up 70 points earlier this season to Miami. This Denver defense, they got to keep doing what they have been doing lately, creating that pressure and limiting what the opposing quarterbacks can do. So it's going to be interesting to see the chess match here between this Denver defense and rookie quarterback CJ Stroud. Russell Wilson is a veteran quarterback. He's been there and done that. And he seems so comfortable now with head coach Sean Payton. But when it's all said and done, I'm going to give the slight edge to the Texans at home by the score of 23-20. Now in Tampa, you're going to have the 4-7 Bucks hosting the 1-10 Carolina Panthers. And for the Carolina Panthers, it was a shocking week as they fired head coach Frank Reich after just 11 games. So let's see how this Panthers club responds to this. The Bucks, they're 4-7, but they've been hard luck losers as they've been in each game. Now, this Panthers defense has struggled mightily throughout this season. And I want to see how they're going to react now that their head coach is gone. Can they go out there and take advantage of a quarterback in Baker Mayfield who at times can get a little trigger happy back there in the pocket? But make no mistake about it, Mike Evans is still one of the better wide receivers in the NFL. I think he has the opportunity to have a big impact in this game. And I like this Bucks defense going up against rookie quarterback Bryce Young and his bad offensive line for Carolina. And when it's all said and done, I'm going to take Tampa Bay at home by the score of 24-20. Now in Inglewood, you're going to have the 5-6 Los Angeles Rams hosting the 7-4 Cleveland Browns. And the Cleveland Browns are a mash unit. They've had to sign veteran quarterback Joe Flacco off the street. And lo and behold, he's going to be their starting quarterback this week. You got a veteran quarterback in Joe Flacco who's a mobile going up against this Rams defensive line led by the great Aaron Donald. Then you've got a Rams team that they're 5-6 and they're just hanging around in that playoff picture. The Browns have so many injuries right now, and it's unfortunate for them. They're running into a buzzsaw right now, if you will. And I'm going to take Los Angeles at home by the score of 23-17. Now, of course, the showdown that everyone is talking about. You got the 8-3 San Francisco 49ers traveling to the Lincoln, Philadelphia to take on the 10-1 Eagles. These two teams met last year in the NFC Championship game. And for some people, they're saying what could have been because we saw the 49ers lose starting quarterback Brock Purdy early in that game, and they had to go to the well-traveled journeyman in Josh Johnson. And of course, we all know what happened from there. Now, the 49ers come into this contest healthy. They're surprisingly a 3-point favorite on the road over the 10-1 Eagles, who are also the defending NFC champs. This game right here is a heavyweight battle for all of the right reasons. You have two of the better teams, if not the two best teams in the NFC, and you have two teams that are more than capable of winning the Super Bowl. This contest is going to be decided in the trenches. We know about the Eagles' ground attack and what they can do. Can the 49ers front four and front seven, for that matter, create enough havoc to throw off the timing of this Eagles offense? Then the 49ers, it's all about their ground game. It's all about the playmakers that they have at multiple positions, which makes it so difficult for opposing defenses to go out there and double them. We've seen the Eagles in recent weeks. They've been walking that fine line of the razor's edge, but most importantly, they keep finding ways to win games. And I think that is going to, serve so much for them come January in the postseason. This is marketed as the best game of the weekend. This will be the best game of the weekend. But I think when it's all said and done, I'm going to take Philadelphia to hold serve at home by the score of 31-27. Now, on Sunday night, you're going to have the defending Super Bowl champions and the Kansas City Chiefs with their 8-3 record, making the trek to Lambeau to take on the 5-6 Green Bay Packers. Now, for Green Bay, they were written off earlier, but in recent weeks, they've been playing better. And most importantly, their young quarterback, Jordan Love, has been playing better. What will he do against the maestro and Patrick Mahomes? We got to wait and see. Obviously, he's not facing Patrick Mahomes directly, but, he's basically the king of the position right now. Uh, Patrick Mahomes going up against this Green Bay defense. That's going to be the big thing. Will this Packers defense be up for the challenge? Will they find a way to create pressure on Patrick Mahomes? Will they be able to take Travis Kelsey away from Patrick Mahomes? Easier said than done. And when it's all said and done, I think Kansas City gets a 31-20 win out on the road. And finally, on Monday Night Football, you've got the Jacksonville Jaguars with their 8-3 record, and they're leading the AFC South, hosting the 5-6 Cincinnati Bengals. Jacksonville comes into this contest favored by 9. Obviously, everything has changed for the Cincinnati Bengals following the season-ending wrist injury to quarterback Joe Burrow. Trevor Lawrence and company, they're in a groove right now. They're in a rhythm. They're looking like one of the better teams in the AFC. And because of that, I think Cincinnati will take care of their business. Pardon me, Jacksonville, rather, will take care of their business at home on Monday night. And I'm going to go with the Jags at home by the score of 27-17. So, folks, those are my picks for week number 13 in this NFL season. And as always, I want to take this time out to thank you for tuning into the 300 Pounds of Sports Knowledge podcast here on YouTube. I want to take the time out to thank all of you fine folks out there for tuning in. And if you have not already, please feel free to subscribe to this channel. Now, if you're on the X, formerly known as Twitter, please feel free to follow me at 300 Pounds of Sports. And like I always say, if you follow me, it'll be my pleasure to follow you right back. There's also the sports discussion group on Facebook at the Sports Depot 365. Now, you can check it out, drop a line, and be a part of one of the better sports debating sites going on social media. So, once again, fine folks, my name is William Martin, and I am signing off. And I'm saying take care and have yourselves a wonderful day.